So today's exciting excursion, just for a little fun, something different. We're actually going out on some horses, so that's going to be cool. We were at the horse races last weekend, you guys remember. And today we found somebody who's got, I think, 7 horses on the island here on Providencia. So we're going horse riding, and it looks like me and the 5 ladies and David. So it's going to be the 7 of us, so it should be fun. Looking forward. Notice the difference in attire. Valentina was definitely concerned about the picture. We're all wondering what it's going to look like when she's bouncing around on that horse with a red dress on, though. It's going to be funny. Hello.
My dad.
So when was the last time you were on a horse, Rick?
You guys are so worried about all the legalities of every little thing on your boat, but you're riding the back of a pickup truck.
Right. Yeah, what group were we?
Last time I rode on a horse, geez, I don't know.
Yeah.
20 years maybe?
Yeah, me the same. There you go.
It's been a while.
It's every other beat, you know, it's like reggae. You miss one beat in between.
Cool, cool. We've even been riding in the back of pickup trucks, but don't try this at home. You'll probably get arrested.
Oh, they're not again. Those white people. They're so classy.
You don't mind, but if you want to take it, you can take it.
Oh, I'll just...
You don't have
Put
so
them
much
in
things
the-
in your bag, it can just leave at the house there.
Oh, can I leave them here then?
Yes, you can leave it. This is Providence, don't worry about it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you put your, you said you're a good rider, so you know about this thing.
You.
Tell me, how do you feel with the stirrups? If it's too long, too short, just good?
Thanks.
Wait. That's why you couldn't get it in. I'm sorry, you gotta lift your legs a bit.
So, Captain Rick and I and a bunch of lovely people today are going on a horse riding adventure. We have these beautiful creatures taking us for a ride for the afternoon. Hello.
Okay, Chief Officer.
Fiona's right behind me on her beautiful white horse.
So I was gonna grab a
Hello. Okay. Are you gonna? Oh, no, he's gone. And we're off. Miss Susie is already far ahead. Can barely see her on her Juanita. And I'm with Blonde. And we just started off this beautiful horse ride on a Friday afternoon on Isla de Providencia. The sun is out. Woohoo! The whole bunch is right there, right behind me. Woohoo! What a beautiful ride. We're now approaching the start of the trail, of the peak. And Blonde is doing very well. We got Fiona and Susie just ahead of us. Oh, she wants to go a bit faster now. Okay. Woo! Let's have a little break. We have a white blonde right there. A blonde and a white blonde. That's what we got. We're stopping for a little snack. Isn't that right, blonde? Whoop. Along the way, there are some delicious little leaves. The path is actually quite rocky, and when you're on a horse you definitely feel it, and it's tiring for them. It really is. I didn't think it would come this far on the path, and now we're on some stairs. There you go. Oh, she's doing great, but it's definitely a handful.
Going up down the corner?
On that far one, Linda.
Farthest branch on this
Yeah.
way.
We have to. You can see Valentina going.
Look in between. Look in between now. Now it's fork. Like
Oh, now I see. Yeah.
apparently she's
When he's coming in, watch your head with this wire over. Just bend a bit forward.
Let's go, blonde.
Watch the,
Just
watch
bend forward and go straight up.
And now let's conquer the hills. Vamos.
we don't want to be behind.
She's very much a competitor of yours. She always wants to be first.
She goes, no way am I being behind. It's like, go on. And they absolutely get out of the way for her.
Well, mine stops for snacks all the time.
yeah,
She's always snacking.
she's hungry.
She'll get her carrot later. She'll be stoked.
You had her carrot already?
No, I give her at the end. I left it in backpack. Whoop. Woohoo! Ah, beautiful. We can see the sea again. Yeah, when everything is greener. Oh, gotta be careful about those branches. Wow. Beautiful.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Look at this beautiful view.
Wow. Someone is snacking hard.
I just want to eat.
I just want to eat. I very much relate to my horse. She just likes to eat all day.
Yeah.
Very much like me.
Oh yeah, okay.
You can haul on one.
You take one of me and David, B.
One side, haul hard, like that.
You take one of me and David.
Captain off the boat and on a horse.
Captain Cowboy.
Captain Cowboy. There's really nothing much to snack over there, is there?
Well, they seem to know under the dried out cow patties is where the good stuff is.
Yeah, just underneath, you know, it's a bit
So it's been
more
fertilizing
wet
underneath.
and, yeah, juicy. We're gonna go to the beach. Whoa, it's pretty steep. We just came down. I didn't think we would make it. It was so steep.
This is no danger here. See the trail right in front of me. And you go
We're
right
doing
there
good,
to the
Blonde,
corner and
aren't
take a
we?
right and
Yes,
go
we
right
are.
there. Bring her over here. Pull.
Captain, can you keep up? You can't keep up. You can't keep up. Sailing sophisticated lady. One horse at a time. Woohoo!
It's like, oh, he's supposed to jump up and down. Or how are you supposed to do it? Very good.
She's like, oh, I'll go fast for a bit, but then I feel like stopping. Coming up. Woohoo! There's traffic. There's horse traffic. It's kind of my favorite traffic. Amazing. I was do this every day.
You need to relax, man.
Oh.
That's not a push.
That's a pole.
Ready?
Bigger.
That better?
Woohoo! Susie Sue, rally people wandering around on Providencia on their gorgeous horses. We made it to Mansionel Beach and we're just here riding on the sand, freshening up because the horses did get quite hot. We walked on, we rode on some steep paths, but now we're finally at the sea and I think they like it. We like it. Woohoo! This is amazing. Buenas. Buenas. Estamos en veleros. Un grupo de veleros de todos países. Hello. It was such a nice ride. Amazing. Whoop.
There we go.
Sailing sophisticated lady, one horse at a time. Oh, now we're really freshening up. Ah, this feels good. This feels good.
Hey, buddy.
You see? You see, I always had a treat for you. I always have a treat for you. Don't lose it. Don't lose it.
Playing with it.
Is it yummy? Is it yummy? You want another one? You want another one? There you go. That's yummy.
And that, my friends, is how you end a beautiful day in Providencia, Colombia on SSL. Awesome day. Alright, off to the skipper's meeting. Today we're getting close to departure date. Bye-bye, Tiki. So we're having a skipper's meeting for a weather assessment over at Susie 2. So Yeah, there's 4 skippers going over for a weather meeting. We're going to go over and confer with them a little bit and see what we're looking at, because we're getting to be just a couple of days away from departure, and the weather is still looking kind of skittish, as in we have no wind. So we're just trying to find the best possible window that we can get into the next destination without having to motor the entire way. So that's today's objective. So off we go to Susie 2.
Captain Rick, good morning.
Good morning. And then it looks like you're doing something.
Just wiggle the road in a minute then, sorry.
Going since 9 o'clock.
How's our disagreement session going?
Basically, the wind is not consistent enough, and it's too many days off to get both legs and the whole mileage done. So we can work on the first leg. I think we've all agreed that a Saturday is for the first leg is fine, haven't we? So far, we're going to have a meet on today's weather. We're going to have another meeting on Thursday just to recap and review, and then
later.
Whatever time we can do after lunch if you want, after the dives or whatever.
You're serving cocktails for the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah. And then we've just gone over, because the last time we did the rally, and these guys didn't know that, 2 groups went. Half of them went on the inner channel, and half of them went on the outer. The passage weather forecast was perfect to do the whole thing, but the outer group got beat up the second night, and we stopped at Anchorage, and we ended up staying for 2 nights on the Anchorage because the weather just completely changed on us, and it was a gale force wind, wasn't it?
Well, yeah,
we had
35
to 40 knots. You know, so the option is, you don't have to get the second leg right. I think that's what we've all agreed. So we agree at the moment Saturday is the optimum day so far.
From what we see, yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And then if we need to stay, we stay. And we just do an hourly watch, basically. That's what we all do. We did that last time, we put our names in a hat, and we just literally did an hourly watch throughout the night.
In Bavaria.
Yeah, in Bavaria. Yeah, so we're all at anchor, and everybody takes 1 hour.
But there was nothing out there when we were there before. In fact, even the fishing boxes were all stacked up on the.
But-
but the fishing's not the problem.
Fishing's not the problem. It's the people bringing stuff to the islands, and it's a pickup point.
And I have said
that's
several times, don't go ashore, don't go ferreting around to see what there is. Just stay on the boat.
Don't take
Yeah.
Chloe to sniff stuff out.
No, don't let her do it on the beach.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
So, but if we do that watch and everybody's in agreement, I think that works out fine.
I think so.
Yeah?
I think so. So I mean, Wednesday we could do.
But I think it's a bit soon. And
No, I think the reason I was looking at Wednesday was partly to avoid Thursday, because
Yeah.
I felt some people in the group pressurising to leave early. I'm personally a hold back person, so I'm quite happy to stay. But there were a few rumblings of we're here too long, and if you wanted to get out, Wednesday is I'd say that's the last chance to get out quickly.
Before
I think the problem is if anybody decides to split from the group, and it wouldn't be fair to ask the Coast Guard to do a second and then a third group, so they're going to have to go on their own if they decide that. Because obviously the Honduran Coast Guard handover worked really well, because Chameau and Exodus came back and said
a question
they'd been
yesterday. Are we all leaving 4 groups together? Or staggered, so in the same time period, so we're across that area as close as we can.
I assume what will happen is, our timing to get to Bavaria Keys for early mornings to leave here early morning, so it's a 24-hour run. The smaller guys will have to go maybe 3 o'clock in the morning, and they'll just be a few hours ahead of us, which will be fine. We won't be that far apart.
I clocked it at about 32 hours, but the winds are lighter. Nonetheless, with the motor if we need to, etc. So.
And it's 18 hours up that critical leg.
So that's the other thing that makes a huge difference. It's what speed you're prepared to sail at. So if you put in 5 knots, you end up with a very different answer from 4 knots. But in my model, though, it's 4.9 knots is the sailing speed, so it's right on the edge.
Wow.
So my passage plan is 7.5 knots, and we'll have to reef down to do that.
Just a little.
We're going too fast.
Fair pull.
Yeah, that's right. We will.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about in the light winds. I'm at 7 knots a lot of the way, but if I put the motor on at 5, then I go up to 7.5, and it makes a big difference.
But that's why we always talk about the optimum time you want to be there. So you've got to work out, and that's why the grouping, what Steve said on the radio, you've got to make sure you are in the right grouping. It's all right us putting you in the grouping, but you've got to make sure before we leave you are in the right group. So you stay between 1 and 3 miles away from anybody in that particular group.
That first leg up to that first waypoint, and that's where the Honduran Nicaragua border finishes at Nicaragua. So that 15 north, 82 west. We need to stay together then, and then after that, if there's a bit of a break, you know, the Honduras Coast Guard will be with us. So.
And I won't be woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning with a beep beep saying that they've handed, the Colombian Coast Guard has now handed them over to the Honduras courtyard, the Coast Guard. So, which was quite nice to know. At least I slept after that, so that was fine.
So we got a half a plan then, guys.
We got half a plan.
So we're going to meet again later in the week.
Thursday afternoon.
Look at,
Likely first thing Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, ready to
Today's
clear out
projection.
Saturday, clearing
Okay.
Friday, meeting Thursday.
I think
So
Mr.
I
Bush
organised-
needs 24 hours.
I organised Mr. Bush for Friday afternoon to clear us out.
Is that enough time?
Yeah, well, if I tell him now, he can get all the paperwork done. So all it is a stamp.
But he has
So
to go to the
basically-
airport with the passports to get the exit stamp.
So from Friday
all I'm saying
lunchtime
is we
till
want-
Friday night.
We absolutely want to be able potentially to
Yeah.
leave first light Saturday. So
It is all cleared in the
Cool.
day, so and it's very easy to clear us out. It's not the
I'm
same.
not arguing. I agree.
Yeah,
Just get him to
so,
agree.
No, he will, and he'll work to whatever time too to get it all done.
Very good.
So because he checks us out at 7 o'clock in the evening, it doesn't matter what time he does it. So I'll do that, and then I can always slip it back one day, and I'll organise the Coast Guard as well, because they need to know in a few days in advance.
Very well. Sounds lovely.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
It's a plan.
It's a plan.
Here we go, and
Right. Okay.
Cool.
Good stuff.
All right. Thursday. It doesn't really matter what time to meet.
Before cocktails, though, I think is probably a good plan.
What? 4 o'clock.
Enough people,
Hey, we're supposed to be leaving at 6 o'clock. Aren't you home in bed?
Yeah, exactly. Well, we're leaving with sophisticated rebels, so.
Sophisticated rebel.
That sounds like trouble.
Yeah.
It is trouble.
Just so you know, if you guys leave at 6, I'll probably still leave at 9 and I'll catch up to you in like half an hour.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah. We're all going to collide in the anchorage.
I don't really consider it a panic.